Okay. Hello, everybody. All right. This is, how do I do this? This is a lesson that's going to continue on the sine, cosine, tangent stuff that we just did. Let me see if I can do like split screen. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. All right. So the same. Yeah. All right. The same stuff as we were doing before. Sine, cosine, tangent. All right. So, ka, toa. All right, now we're just going to put it into play, okay? All right, so we're gonna find sides and find angles today, okay? We're gonna find sides and find angles. This is part A, this is part B. Neither one of them are hard, it's just a question of how to use your calculator. As far as how do you set it up, it's kind of the same thing, okay? So from the angle that they give you, so this is 58, from 58, now this is important, from 58, what's 2.8? 2.8 is the opposite, and x is the adjacent, all right? This side's the hypotenuse, but nobody cares because they didn't give us that side, they didn't ask for that side, so it doesn't matter. All right, so now, which one of these things, so, I don't want to do that. So, ka, toa, which one of these things has the O and the A? Okay, so that's tangent. So tangent, okay, and now you name the angle. The angle always goes with the function. So tangent 58, the angle always goes with the function. Equals, now opposite over adjacent, okay? So the opposite goes on top, 2.8 over x, okay? So technically what we're gonna do is cross multiply, okay? Technically. 1 times 2.8 is 2.8 equals tangent 58 times x, okay? And then we're going to divide both sides by tangent 58, okay? All right, so use your calculator. All right, again, guys, don't use a phone calculator. It's terrible. 2.8 divided by tangent 58. Guys, get a calculator that has a screen. What do I mean by that is I get to look at what's on my screen. I get to look at 2.8 divided by tangent 58. Like the iPhone calculator doesn't do that, okay? All right, so just round to 1 decimal, 1.7. All right, the answers are already on here, okay? All right, all right, let's do number 3, okay? Do number 3. So from 67, x is the adjacent, and 3.9 is the hypotenuse. This is why I made such a big deal of the last couple lessons about sine, cosine, tangent, okay? So cosine, because that's A and H, okay? Cosine 67 equals x over 3.9, okay? All right, so 1 times x is x equals 3.9 times cosine 67. All right, so you just put that in your calculator. 3.9 times cosine 67. You get to look at it up here and see if it's right. All right, it's perfect. 1.5. All right, the answer was already there anyway. Okay, all right, so here's some shortcuts. Step 1, set it up. Okay. Step 2, if x is on top like this one, you're going to multiply. Okay. If x is on the bottom, you're going to divide. Okay. All right, and 3, always put the side in the calculator first, okay? We're going to do a couple more, and you'll see what I mean, okay? All right, so from 16, opposite, hypotenuse, okay? So that's sine, okay? So sine 16 equals. Now, which order? X over 7 or 7 over x? Opposite goes first. Hypotenuse goes on the bottom because that's what sine is. Opposite over hypotenuse. So 7 over x. Okay, so look at my cheat sheet here. X is on the bottom, so I'm going to divide. Okay, but I'm always going to put the side in first. So 7 divided by, this is actually kind of cool for you guys to see on the video because you get to see me type it in the calculator. This is even better than school. 90% of the stuff is, you know, school would be way better, but there is a few advantages to this. All right, 25.4. Okay. All right, now, you know, you got to practice it. We're going to do a few more. All right, but really that's it. Okay. So from 44, that's the opposite. All right, this is always, always, always the hypotenuse. So sine 44 equals x over 13.9. Okay. X is on top, which means you multiply. I'm going to go right in my calculator. Watch the calculator. I'm not even going to write anything down. You don't have to. You do have to set this up. All right, that's what I would grade. 13.9 times sine 44. Okay, 9.65. So 9.7. That's how you round to 2 decimals. Okay. All right, last one of these. They're all sine. I should have found better ones. All right. Sine 23. Okay. Sine 23 equals x over 11.8. So 11 point, x is on top, so you multiply, times sine 23, 4.6. Done. Okay. That's really about it, guys. All right, let me show you the next thing. Okay, same thing. It's actually, I don't know, I think it's a little easier. Okay, but it's just a different calculator button. All right, so this here says find the measure of each angle. Okay. This says find the angle. Okay, so same thing though. From here, you got to figure out that that's opposite and that's adjacent. This is the hypotenuse, but they didn't give us that number, so we don't care. Okay, so opposite and adjacent is tangent. So tangent theta equals 9 over 13.3. Okay, all right, now here's some instructions. To find the angle, use inverse. Okay, what that means is sine -1, cosine -1, tangent -1. Okay, it's just a calculator button. It's not like hard work or anything. It's just a calculator button. So if you look at my calculator, all right, if you hit shift, look at the 3 buttons: sine -1, cosine -1, tangent -1. Okay, and we're going to practice that in a second. All right, so we're trying to find the angle. This is the missing angle. Okay, so second tangent, and then you just typed it in, 9 divided by 13.3. Okay, 34.08, so 34.1 what? Degrees. You're calling it degrees because you're not finding a side, you're finding an angle. Okay, opposite over adjacent. Okay, I won't know sine, cosine, or tangent until I figure that out. Opposite and adjacent is tangent theta equals 13 over 16. So tangent inverse 13 divided by 16. 39.09. Round that to 39.1 degrees. Okay. All right, from the theta, adjacent hypotenuse, so it's cosine. Cosine theta equals 6 divided by 14.7. All right, so I'm looking for an angle, so use cosine inverse. This calculator is awesome. I mean, there's a million awesome ones out there, but this one is good, okay? All right, opposite over hypotenuse. Notice, I didn't even say sine, cosine, or tangent. You got to label the sides first, then pick, sine, cosine, tangent, okay? You're not going to use the cosecant, secant, cotangent. You're not going to use those at all, okay? So don't even worry about that. All right, that side, Sorry, I'm yawning. Sine theta equals 6 over 12.3. Okay. 6 divided by 12.3. Oh, how about sine inverse 6 divided by 12.3. Okay. 29.19, 29.2. Okay. Guys, let me just quickly show you something. Okay. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, okay? The hypotenuse has to be the biggest side. It has to be the biggest, okay? Because the hypotenuse is always the biggest side. So the bottom number has to be bigger, okay? So just let me show you something, okay? So what if I did sine inverse, okay? Watch my calculator here. And I did 12.3 divided by 6, okay? The calculator pops up error. It's telling me error because I'm asking a question that doesn't make any sense. Because sine has to be where the denominator is bigger. So it has to be less than 1. So if it's bigger than 1, the calculator is like, I don't know what to do. Okay? So if you get an error, don't think your calculator's broke. Something's wrong. Now, if you want to, shoot me an email and I'll help you try to figure it out, all right? I'm more than happy to help you. But it's not your calculator making a mistake. Somehow you're making a mistake. All right. Oh, and your calculator has to be in degrees, okay? If you're getting any of these, if you notice way up at the top there, it says DEG above the 12.3 on my calculator, all right? It would say RAD for radian. You want to be in degrees. So if you're not getting any of the answers I'm getting, you're in the wrong mode. If you're getting them sometimes right and sometimes wrong, that's not a calculator issue. You're doing something wrong, okay? All right, opposite over adjacent, so tangent theta equals 15 over 12. Okay. So tangent inverse, 15 divided by 12. Tangent could be bigger on top. That doesn't matter, okay, because tangent's different. 51.3. All right, last one, guys. Adjacent over hypotenuse, cosine theta equals 7 over 12. Okay. 7 divided by 12. 54.3. Okay. All right. I was going to show you how to do the solve the triangle thing, but we'll hold off till next time or we'll skip it. That's enough for today. Okay. Guys, let me know if you have any questions. I'm pretty available, especially now that the weather's bad. We're kind of stuck inside the last couple days. All right. I hope you had a great Easter. Stay safe, stay clean, stay out of trouble. Be safe, guys. Oop.